Hello everyone, welcome to mathematics class by AK Misra guys. So today I am going to discuss about the graphical derivations of the equation of the motion guys, right? So and this session is very important for the class 9th guys and those who are preparing for the 2021, right? So this is presented by me Ashish sir, and you can follow me on an Academy Plus platform also guys, and I hope you are staying home and because we all are facing the global pandemic, that is the COVID-19 guys. So please stay home and stay healthy if you want to protect your family, your community, your society and your country. So please stay home and stay healthy and follow the guidelines that is issued by the government, right? Okay, so guys, so I am going to start without wasting the time. First I will discuss to derive the equation of motion by the graphical method, right? Okay, so with the help of graph I am going to derive the equation of motion. So first equation of motion, we know that v equal to u plus at guys, right? So v equal to at is a graphical, v equal to u plus at is the what guys? It is a first equation of motion. So now I am going to solve and now I am going to derive with the help of the graph guys, right? So what we can make this type of the graph here guys, right? Okay, are you getting my points guys? Suppose at starting any object is in motion and its initial velocity is u, and after taking the t time its final velocity will be what guys? Will be b, right? Final velocity will be v guys, right? So what we can say that this is the velocity time graph and we know that, right? So this is the velocity time graph, and at starting the object is in motion, right? And initial velocity of that object is u, right? And the final velocity after taking the t time for the it becomes its object has the final velocity what guys? Yeah, you can say that v, right? So initial velocity of a body u equal to oa, and we can write here the final velocity of the object v equal to bc guys. This is the very simple, right? Now I am going to derive this equation. This is a very simple equation if you know all the concept of this derivation guys, right? So first of all we can write it as, we can write bc equal to what? bd plus cd. Okay, are you getting my points? We can write this BC, complete BC is equal to BD, this distance plus this distance, right? Are you getting my points guys? Now I am going to send this CD into this side, right? So it becomes minus CD. So we can write here BC minus CD is equal to BD. Okay, are you getting my points guys? Are you getting? Now we know that what is the BC? BC is, you can say directly, you can say that it is u, BC, sorry guys, BC is a v, right? And CD is, what will be the value of CD? Actually CD is equal to, you can write here OA, because this length is equal to this length. Okay, are you getting my points guys? So we can write here, what we can write here? We can write here this length CD is equal to OA, and both is equal to u. So we can write here this term is equal to u is equal to BD, right? Okay, so guys, okay, are you getting my points? Now everything clear? So please write yes in the chat box guys, everyone. Okay, now we know that, what we know that guys? We know that the slope of the velocity time graph always give the acceleration guys. Okay, right? Are you getting my points, what I am saying? So guys, what we can say that, what we can write here? what we can write here guys? So slope of velocity time graph equal to, we can write here, we know that the slope of velocity time graph is equal to acceleration, right? And we know that the slope of this line, this is the triangle, and this angle is equal to theta. And how we can find out the slope of that line? So we know that the slope of the line is equal to tan theta guys, right? So tan theta is equal to a, we can say that, and we can write here, we know that one concept guys, as you know, right? So tan theta equal to perpendicular by base turn permanently black. You can apply this concept guys. So tan theta equal to, we know that perpendicular by base. So in this figure, this is the hypotenuse, because opposite side opposite to the 90 degree, it is hypotenuse, right? And side opposite to the theta, right? Applied angle, side opposite to the applied angle, right? So you can say that it is a perpendicular and it is a base guys, right? So we can apply the perpendicular by base, and we can write here a BD by, what we can write here, BD by AD, okay? BD by AD is equal to A, okay? Are you getting my points guys? Now what we can write here, BD by AD is equal to A, and BD equal to, you can suppose this is the first equation, right? And now BD by AD, and this, what is the length of AD? AD is equal to, you can say, what we can say, OC is equal to T, and AD is also equal to OC, right? So we can say that AC is also is equal to T. So we can write here, okay, sorry guys, actually here is AD, okay? So what we can say that, we can write here, this term is equal to AD, okay? So this length is equal to AD, and AD is equal to this length, okay? So this length will be what guys? T, okay? So this length is also equal to this length, so we can take the AD is equal to also T, right? So we can write here BD by T is equal to A. So we can say that, what we can say that guys? We can simply say that BD is equal to, what we can write here? We can write here BD is equal to AT, okay? So you can put this value BD equal to AT in equation first, and after putting you will get the result, right? So V minus U equal to AT. So after sending this U into the RHS, and it will become plus U, so we can write here V equal to U plus AT. So it will be the what guys? It will be the first equation of motion guys. So by this method you can solve this equation of motion guys, right? Okay, understand? So everything clear? So please write yes in the chat box, right? Everyone write yes in the chat box, everyone, okay? All right guys, all right, okay? So write thumbs up everyone. Okay, very good. Are you getting? Okay, so I have also discussed these all equations, how to derive by the graphical methods in the previous session. So if you are having any problem, so go and watch the previous session from my playlist, right? So guys, now I am going to solve the another equation of motion by the graphical methods, right? So guys, suppose the body travel a distance is in a time. Actually I am deriving the equation of motion by graphical method second time, because there are so many students was asking about the equation derivation of equation of motion by the graphical method one time more, right? So that's why I am going to derive, right? Okay guys, so derive the S equal to ut plus half at square by the graphical method. So suppose the body travel, suppose we are having the same figure guys, right? Suppose the body travel S distance in in time t, right? So this is the s distance a from a to b, right? Okay, and now the distance traveled by the body is given by the area of space between the velocity time graph AB, right? So this all area gives the information about the distance traveled by the body, right? So we can say that the velocity time graph AB and the time axis OC, which is equal to the area of OABC, right? OABC. So first of all we are going to find out the area of OABC, and we know that this figure contain the what, guys? So you can directly apply the formula. What formula, guys? We know that the trapezium formula, otherwise you can apply the because this figure contain the two figure, right? First one is the rectangle OADC. OADC is the rectangle, and ABD is what, guys? ABD is triangle, guys. So you can say that, so you can definitely say that ki after adding the area of the rectangle OADC and ABD, we will get the value. What we will get the value? We will get the value of the area of the complete figure OABC, guys, right? So what we can write here? So we can write here area of rectangle OADC and area of triangle ABD, right? So now what we can write here now? Now guys, we can write here area of rectangle OADC. So length into breadth. So length is T and breadth is U. So you can write here T into U plus it will be area of triangle ABD. Okay, so it is the very simple, guys. Okay guys, are you getting my points? UT. Okay, everything clear? So please write yes in the chat box, guys, everyone. Okay, right. Okay, and now what we can write here? So it will be UT, and we can write here the area of triangle ABD. Okay, so area of triangle ABD equal to what we can write here? So we can write here it is the half the area of this triangle, this complete triangle AEBD. Area of triangle ABD is the half of the area of rectangle AEBD. So we can write here half into area of rectangle, what, guys? AEBD. We can write it as, okay, are you getting my point? So what I am saying, guys, now this is the very simple, if you know the all the concept of the previous. So if you are having and if you are facing any problem, so go and watch the all the sessions that is also uploaded on my playlist, right? So please go and watch all the previous session, guys, because this is the last session, right? Okay, so it may be if you are new on this channel, so please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for the upcoming session, and go and watch the all the previous session, guys, if you are having the any problem. Okay, so we can write here the UT plus what we can write here, half into area of AEBD. So area of AEBD is equal to what we can write here, AD. It will be AD and another is a BD, right? So what we can write here, guys? AD into BD, AD into BD, right? So AD is equal to, we can write here it will be the UT plus, and we know that distance travel it will be S. So UT and it will be half, and BD is what, guys? AD is equal to, we can write here the T, and we can write here it will be, guys, V minus U. Okay, because the total distance is what? Okay, total distance is U. So we can say that BD is equal to V minus U. Why? Because this distance is U and this is the V, and so that's why after subtracting complete with the parts, so we will get the BD value, right? So we can write here UT plus half T into U minus V minus U. Okay, V minus U, right? Are you getting? Now what we can write it as, and we know that from the equation first we know that the value of u minus v minus u it will be the 80 guys, right? So from the equation first we know that what we can write here, v equal to u plus 80, and after sending this u into this direction, so we can write here v minus u equal to 80. So we can put this value here, so we can apply here the 80. So after multiplying it will become half t into 80, and after multiplying we will get the value 80 square guys. So this is the very simple, right? Okay, are you getting what I am saying guys? Okay, so it will be what guys, ut plus half 80 square, and this is the derivation guys, right? Okay, so actually I have derived what I have derived the all both the equation guys. Now I am going to derive the third equation and the last equation of motion guys, right? Okay, so third equation is, you know that v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and we have to derive by the graphical method, right? So simple method I have also discussed in the previous session. So if you are having any problem, so go and watch the previous session guys, right? Okay, so guys, what I am going to discuss, so I am going to discuss this concept, about this concept. So we can directly find out, and we can also find out the derivations of this equation very simply, right? So we know that, what we know that guys, we know that actually we must have what guys, we have to find out the v square is equal to u square plus 2as, right? So actually we know that we have just seen that the distance traveled by as by a body in the time t is given by the area of figure. By finding the area of this figure also we can find out, what we can find out, the v square, because we know that distance travel is always obtained by the area of this figure OABC, right? So we know that this figure is also, you also know that this figure is a type of the trapezium, right? Otherwise you can apply directly, you can solve, and we can solve this derivation, we can derive this equation very simply guys. Why? With the help of the second equation. So actually we are having s equal to ut plus half 80 square, right? But we have to derive this equation, and this equation don't have the t. So now I am going to remove the t. And how we can remove the t? Because we know that, what we know that guys, v equal to u plus 80, right? So we can find out the t value from this equation. So we can write here t equal to, after sending this, it will become v minus u, right? And when we send this a, so in this term a is multiplication here, and when we send from LHS to the RHS, so it will become divisible, right? So we can write here v minus u by a. Okay, this is the very simple. So now I am going to put this value t equal to v minus u by a instead of t guys, right? So what we can write here, s equal to, we can write here u into v minus u by a, okay, plus what we can write here, 1 by 2 a into v minus u whole square by a. This is the very simple guys, right? Now I am going to solve this equation, and after solving what we will get, so we can cancel this term, we can cancel a by a, okay, 1 minute, okay guys, all right, okay. So very good guys, nice. Now I am going to multiply, and so after multiplying it will be what guys, we can write here u v minus, what we can write here, u square, and we can write here a plus what we can write here, after opening the bracket it will be what guys, we can write here the v square plus u square minus 2ub. Okay, so we can write here minus 2ub and divided by a, right, and actually a is cancelled, right. Okay, so here is a square, so after cancelling we will get the a only. Okay, so we can write here the 2a, and after taking the LCM, what we can write here guys? So after taking the LCM will be 2a. What we can write here guys? 2a. Okay, so 2a we can write here, and after taking the LCM we can write it as 2ub minus 2v square plus v square and plus u square minus 2ub. Okay, all right guys. Okay, so we can cancel it, and after cancelling we will get, and after subtracting we will get, what we will get guys? So now I am going to solve here. Okay, right guys. So actually now I am going to solve here. So we are having what guys? Minus 2v square is equal to, what we can write here? Is equal to 2v square. Okay, 1 minute guys, here is 2u square. 1 minute, there is. So we can write here guys s equal to, what we can write here? 2u square minus 2u square plus v square minus we can write here the plus u square plus what guys? 2a. It is given, we can write this term from the previous derivation guys. We can write from the previous derivation that is given in the here guys, that is given here, and after subtracting we will get the value s equal to, what we can write here? Minus 2u square plus 2u square. So it will be, after subtracting, minus u square, so v square minus u square and divided by 2a, and after doing the cross multiplication we can write here 2a is v square minus u square. So after sending u square in this term, so we can write here v square is equal to u square, v square is equal to u square plus 2a. So it will be the right derivation for the third equation of motion guys, right. Okay, so guys, I hope you are getting very well today, right, because I am trying to solve and I am trying to discuss very well manner guys. Okay, so actually, right. So guys, now I am going to discuss about the if a body. These three terms you must keep in the mind before solving the numericals of this chapter guys, right. So you must know about all this line, right, all these line guys. So if a body start from a rest, its initial body u is equal to 0. It means initial velocity is nothing, right. So we can say that if a body start from a rest, its initial velocity will be 0 guys. So u is equal to 0, and if a body come to the rest and it stops, right, so its final velocity will be 0, right. Okay, and a body moves with a uniform velocity, its acceleration will be 0, right. Okay, so guys, yesterday I have given the 2 questions for you guys. So actually I am going to discuss and I am going to solve this question, and I don't know you have solved or not. Okay, so now I am going to solve this question. So the question is, a scooter acquires the velocity of 36 km per hour in 10 seconds and just after it starts, right. So after it starts, it means you are having the information, you are getting the information from this question, the object is at rest starting, right. Okay, because because you can say that because the scooter acquires the velocity of 36 km per hour in 10 seconds just after start. It means the object is at rest, right? Object was at rest starting, right? Initially you can say that initial velocity is equal to 0 and the initially the object was at rest. Okay, so we can say that u is equal to 0. Okay, and the velocity is what? Final velocity is 36 kilometer per hour, right? And time taken is equal to 10 seconds, guys, right? And we know that, guys, how we can convert into the kilometer per hour 2 meter per second. So I have discussed in the previous session. By multiplying 5 by 18 you will get the what, guys? You will get the you are able to convert into the kilometer per hour into the meter per second, guys. So 18 to the 36 and it will become after multiplying 10 meter per second, right? Okay, so we have to find out the what, guys? Acceleration of the scooter, and we know that what is the acceleration? Acceleration equal to change in the velocity, right? Change in velocity, change in velocity by time taken. Okay, I hope you know about this formula, guys. You must know about the formula. Acceleration equal to change in velocity by the time, and what we can write here? Change in velocity equal to v minus u, means final velocity minus initial velocity by time. So what we can write here? Final velocity is 10 meter per second, right? And initial velocity is what? 0. So we can write here 0 and the time is 10 seconds. So after dividing we will get acceleration equal to what, guys? 1 meter per second square, right? Because so it will be the correct answer for this question, guys, right? I hope you are getting very well. Okay, so next question I am going to discuss. This is the very simple question, guys. A moving train is brought to the rest within a 20 second by applying the brake, and find the initial velocity if the retardation due to the brakes of the 2 meter per second square, right? So guys, this is the very simple question and you can solve this question very easily, right? Okay, now guys, what we can say that question is saying that a moving train is brought to the rest within a 20 second. Okay, it means initial velocity is not knowing, right? We are not knowing about the what initial, what is the initial velocity, guys, because we have to find out the initial velocity, and after 20 second it comes to the rest, right? It comes to the rest and it is brought to the rest. It means after its final velocity is equal to 0, because I have already discussed if any objects after if any objects come to the rest and brought to the rest, it means, and any object stops after some times, it means after stopping we can consider the final velocity is equal to 0, guys, right? This is the very simple concept, right? So final velocity is equal to 0 and t is equal to what we can write here? We can write here the 20 second, guys, right? So we can write it as 20 second. Okay, are you getting my points, what I am saying? And u is equal to u we have to find out the value, and we are having the retardation means negative acceleration, right? Okay guys, retardation means what we can consider in this question, guys. Retardation means the negative acceleration is also known as the retardation. So that's why we can take this value negative, right? So minus 2 meter per second square, guys, right? Okay, so now we can apply the first equation of motion, guys. So what is the first equation of motion? We can write here s is equal to v is equal to, sorry guys, v is equal to u plus at. We have to find out the u value, so we can write here u equal to v minus at, and now you can put the value v is equal to 0 and minus at. So a is what? Minus 2 and t is what? 20, right? So after multiplying it will be 40 meter per second. Okay, so 40 meter per second, its initial velocity will be what guys? You can say that its initial velocity will be 40 meter per second. So it will be the correct answer for this question guys, right? Okay, so now I am going to discuss last topic of this chapter guys, uniform circular motion. Okay, so guys, before discussing, right, so when a body, so according to the name you can understand, so what is the definition, what will be the definition of this motion guys. So uniform means, you can say that what is the, what do you mean by the uniform guys? Uniform means constant. Okay, constant. And circular means in the circle. Okay, and motion means motion, right? So you can say that what is the uniform circular motion. Before discussing the uniform motion, I am going to discuss about the what is the circular motion guys, right? You must know about what is the circular motion, then after I will discuss the uniform circular motion guys, right? So when any body, when a body or object move in a circle is called the circular motion. Figure is some figure is given on the screen. This is the square track, okay, because it contains the 4 sides. This is a hexagonal track because it contains the 6 sides. This is the octagonal track because it contains the 8 sides. And you can say that circular tracks, it means it contains the indefinite number of sides, right? So you can say that, you can suppose, because it changes the direction on many time. If you move in the circular path, your direction will change at every second, at every point, right? So you can consider circular tracks have and contains, and circular tracks can be supposed to be the made of the indefinite number of sides guys, right? Are you getting what I am saying guys? If you are getting, so please write yes in the chat box and thumbs up guys. Everyone please thumbs up in the chat box and write yes in the chat box. And if you are having any problem, so please connect with us what on the all the social media, and the link is given in the description box guys, right? So please connect with us on the Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram group and Twitter and all type of the social media guys. So you can connect with us and you can clear your all the doubts related to the maths, physics, chemistry, biology, right? And if you are preparing, and if you want to prepare with the prepare for the IIT JEE and mains examination, so I will help you in the mathematics guys, right? I will 100% help you in the mathematics preparation. So please connect with us. And if you don't have to pay single rupees on this channel, right? So this is the good things. But I want one thing, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon and share it to everyone guys, right? So guys, I have discussed the what is the circular motion. When a body move in a circle, it is called the circular motion, right? And circular tracks in definite number of sides. So we can suppose, what we can suppose, that what guys, circular tracks contains the indefinite numbers of sides. Okay, now when a body move along a circular path, its direction of motion or direction of speed keep changing continuously, like, right? Are you getting? Means any athlete, you can take the example, any athlete running on the circular path, but it moves with a constant speed along the circular path, then its velocity of athletes will not be constant, because the velocity is the speed in the specified direction, and here the direction of speed changes continuously. So you can say that guys, means the person, the athlete present here, so the direction in this direction, then the athlete present in on this point, so you can say that its direction is this, and another points you can consider this direction is this, right. So you can say that at every point always the speed changes continuously, direction of speed changes continuously. So that's why any athletes moves with a constant speed along with the circular path, then the velocity of athlete will not be constant, right. Because what is the velocity guys? Speed plus direction, right. When the speed we take the speed with the direction, it is converted into the velocity, and velocity is the speed in a specified direction, and here the direction of speed changes continuously, since the velocity changes due to the continuous change in the direction, right. So therefore motion along a circular path is said to be the accelerated, always accelerated guys. Why? Because the velocity changes continuously, right. Are you getting my points? Because the velocity changes continuously, so we can say that, what we can say that it's the motion along with the circular path is said to be the accelerated, always accelerated guys. Because what is the acceleration? You can say that acceleration means the change in the velocity by the time taken, right. So that's why you can say that it is a accelerated motion along a circular path is said to be the accelerated. Now I am going to discuss about the uniform circular motion, right. Okay. So guys, when a body move in a circular path with a uniform speed, its motion is called the uniform circular motion, right. But speed will be what guys? You can say that speed will be constant, always speed will be constant, okay, right. Are you getting my points? So why you are having the another question, why we can say that it will be the accelerated? Why we can say that, why we can consider it is a this motion, and this motion will be the accelerated guys? Because it is possible to the body to move in a circular path with a uniform speed, right, as long as it is traveling the equal distance in the equal interval of time, but the velocity of body moving in the circle with uniform speed is not uniform, because the direction of motion is constantly changing. So that's why we can say that, what we can say that guys, its motion is said to be the accelerated guys, right. Okay. Are you getting my points? Okay. Now circular motion is accelerated even through the speed of the body remain the constant. Because, are you getting what I am saying? Circular motion is accelerated even though the speed of body remain constant. Thus the motion in the circle with the constant speed is an example of the accelerated motion, right. Okay. And though the speed may not change, the direction of motion changes continuously. Speed does not change, but the direction of motion changes continuously. So that's why we can say that circular motion is accelerated. Okay. Now you can check the example, you can better understand through this figure. When the any object is placed on this point, on point A, so we can say that its direction will be in east direction guys, still, and this is the thread. Just like you can take the example, if you are moving the any stone that is tied up with the thread, and after moving, and when you start moving the thread, and the stone is present at the A point, so its direction will be in the east direction, and this stone will be at point B, so its direction will be in what direction guys? In south direction. So you can say that it is accelerated motion guys, right. Okay. Right. So a force is needed to produce the circular motion. Without force it is not possible, right. Without force it is not possible, because force is needed to produce the circular motion. And without, even you can take the example of the artificial satellite also, because the all the satellites and all the, just like the moon also revolve around the planets. Why? Around the earth. Why? Because it has the force, right, gravity, due to the gravity, and it moves in the orbit, guys, right? Because we know that when we moving the any thread that is tied up to with the what, guys, you can take you can better understand through the all this example, guys. So example of the uniform circular motion. So artificial satellite move in the uniform circular motion around the earth. Okay, so when an artificial satellite goes around the earth in a circular orbit with a constant speed, its velocity not constant, because the direction of motion of the satellite is changing continuously, and the motion of the satellite around the earth is accelerated, right? So you can take you can understand through this example, right? Because train is moving on the circular track, so the you can say that it has constant speed, but velocity is not constant. Why? Because the direction of motion of the this train is continuously changing, right? So that's why you can say that, what you can say that the motion of this train around on this railway track is accelerated, guys, right? Are you getting now? Now guys, what you can say that, you can take the another example. The moon is a natural satellite of the earth, and the moon is moving in the uniform circular motion, guys, right? Listen and understand, better understand through this example, and the figure is also given on the screen. The moon is a natural satellite of the earth. The moon move in a uniform circular motion, okay, because it take the, and it take the what, guys, it take the equal time to cover the to revolve the planet and revolve the sun, guys, right? Revolve the planet also, you can say that. Why? Because it has a constant speed, but velocity is not constant, because its direction, its track is what, you can say that its track is you can say that its track is circular, and circular tracks on every points the velocity is not constant. Why? Because the direction of motion of the moon is continuously changing, so that's why we can say that its motion will be accelerated, right? Okay guys, are you getting my points? So according to this example, you can better understand, because this is the example taken from the natures, guys, right? So you can better understand through this example. The earth is moving around the sun in a circular orbit, and the moon is moving around the earth in the another circular orbit, okay, and both the earth and the moon are undergoing the circular motion, and the direction of the motion of the earth and the moon is changing continuously, so their motion is accelerated, right? So this is the very simple. Okay, now I am going to take the another example also, guys. So you can take the athlete or the cyclist moving in on a circular track with a constant speed exhibit the uniform circular motion, because the motion is accelerated and because the continuous change in the direction of the motion, guys, right? Okay, so now I am going to discuss about what is the difference between the uniform linear motion and what is the difference between the uniform circular motion. So in uniform linear motion, the direction of motion is fixed, so you can say that uniform linear motion is not accelerated, because many time asked in the examination this type of the question. Please write and please explain what is the difference between the uniform linear motion and uniform what, guys? Uniform circular motion. So in the uniform linear motion, so just like you can draw this figure, right? Any person is moving on this track on this path, so you can say that it is a uniform linear motion, because with this person this person moving running on this path, what, running on this path with a constant speed, with a constant speed, right? Okay guys, are you getting my points? With a constant speed, so the direction of the motion is fixed, so the uniform linear motion is not accelerated. But now I am going to take the another example. Any person, just like you can take the example of athlete is running on the circular tracks, right? So the direction of motion changes continuously, so the uniform circular motion is accelerated. So this is the difference between the uniform linear motion and uniform circular motion, guys. So I hope you are getting very well, guys, right? Okay, so now how we can find out the uniform circular motion and how we can calculate the speed of the body in the uniform circular motion, guys. So now you can take the example and you can take the radius, right? So when a body take the one round of a circular path, then we can say that it travel a distance equal to the circumference, which is equal to the 2 pi r, guys, right? Because any person start running from this point and it complete the one revolution, okay, guys, and after doing the complete, after doing the one round of the circular path, then it travel a distance equal to the circumference, and which is equal to the, we know that the circumference of the circle is what, guys, 2 pi r, okay, and where r is the radius of the circular path, and we know that v equal to what, guys, how many, v equal to, we can say that the circumference by v equal to circumference by time taken, because we know that the distance travel by time taken, and distance travel, that is equal to the circumference, and we can say that we know that guys, circumference equal to, we know that 2 pi r by t, so it will be the speed. So by this formula you can find out what, guys, you can find out the, by this formula v equal to 2 pi r by t, you can find out what, guys, speed in a circular path, okay, right, okay. So I hope, guys, this is the last session for this chapter, and now and in the next session I will discuss all the numericals of this chapter, okay. So I hope you are getting very well, and I am helping you to clear all the concept related to your doubts, guys, right? And I am able to solve all the problem, okay, all right, okay. If you are having any problem, so please write, because I am okay, everyone, okay, very good, okay, guys, okay, right, very good. So guys, I am trying to solve all the doubts, guys, right? And if you are having any problem, so please connect with us on the guys on the WhatsApp and on all social media, guys. Why? Because I am using all the social media, and we can connect with us, right? So you can connect with us, and you can send me the any doubts 24/7 on my Telegram channel, on my Facebook page, on my WhatsApp group, and I will solve that doubts within a 12 hours, guys. So don't hesitate, you can send me the, okay, all right, okay. So right, guys, so you can send me the doubts related to the 9th 10th mathematics, science, and 11th 12th maths and IIT JEE maths, right? So I am teaching here, and I am teaching here the 9th to 12th mathematics, and IIT JEE Mains Advanced Mathematics, and 9th 10th Science also. So please, if you are new on this channel, so please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for the upcoming session, guys. So see you in the next class. So thank you, guys.